Okay, this is my water heater. For the longest time, it has not been putting out sufficient hot water. Well, not for the longest time, for the last couple of weeks, I guess. And this particular water heater is a Whirlpool. It gives me a code here. It's telling me that, let me see if I can get close to it. Okay, right here. The flashes, it tells you right here that one of the elements is out. I suspect it's the bottom one, but since I'm going to go all the way through this, I'm going to go ahead and replace both of them, which is one is right in here, which I already removed the cap, and the other one is right there. All you got to do is take that little cap off and this thing opens, and that's how you get it out. Okay, the very first thing that I did was to turn off the electric power to the water heater. You want to make sure you take it out, because when you start dealing with those wires, you don't want to be part of the electrical system, and dealing with electricity and water is not a good thing. Okay, now once I did that, the next thing I did was I drained it. Okay, so you can see the hose going all the way out. Okay, so I went and drained it. Okay, but I kept the water on for a while just to flush it out. Okay, and then once I was getting clear water and I wasn't getting no more little rusty water, then I went ahead and turned it off up there. And see, that's the pipe that leads down there, and that just turned it off. Now, I put this system in here about, I want to say probably about 10 years ago or so. Okay, maybe less, maybe more, somewhere in there. I really don't know. Okay, but I went ahead and put that system in here. Okay, that right there is the pressuring, over-pressuring tank that I put in there. Okay, but anyway, you may not have one of these, because when I built this, I made sure that I put one of these for easy access to that. It did not have that before. Okay, I had to go under the house and go to the main, because this house is kind of old. So I had to go down there, and so when I turned it off and I redid these pipes, I made sure that I put in an easy access right there. You may have to do that. Go down to where it splits out the house, you know, whatever. Okay, but once you turn that off, of course, you ain't gonna have no hot water in your house. All right, you're still gonna have cold water, but the hot water is gone. Okay, and once it drains out and you see that normal water is out, then all you gotta do is just start taking the elements. Also, make sure you have a bucket handy, and right there, coming out with the hose all the way down there. Okay, and release this. That way, it'll release the pressure and it'll let the water go out even faster. Okay, give it some time. It'll drain out. It'll take a while, but it'll drain out. Okay, now for me, I'm going to replace the elements. And also, I'm going to be replacing the anode rod that goes up there, you know, inside in the water tank. I haven't flushed it the way I should. Shame on me. Okay, but okay, if you see my previous videos, you know these are short, quick, little videos on how to do things yourself and save money. Okay, but basically, I already unscrewed it, because I'm not going to show you video on me unscrewing things. Okay, now I got to take this out of there. Okay, and for that, I need a special tool, which I don't have handy with me, so I'll be right back. Okay, this is the tool right here. It just costs $8. You could also use a big socket if you want. Okay, and basically you put this in there. Okay, like so. And then that hole right there, you just put a screwdriver in there and just twist it out, and this thing just comes right out. Okay, let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, basically this is how it works right here. Okay, of course, wear gloves. I have my gloves on, and then just twist it like this. Okay, however, I already loosen it up. You are going to need initial muscle power. Okay, so just grab it one hand here and the other one here, and just twist it. Just twist it when as you are standing up and putting your body to it, and it will come out. Okay, and all you gotta do is just take it out. As you can see, it just screws right out. Okay, and just keep twisting until it comes out. Okay, this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's nice and rusted, but it's not bad though. It's not. I think it's still making good connection on this one. It's the bottom one that's messed up. But anyway, this is what you're looking for right there. Okay, right there. The ratings. Okay, this one is 4,000 watts and 208 volts. That's what I'm gonna have to get right down if you can see it or not. But it also says 5,500 watts, 240 volts. That's where we look at either one, because right now I got it connected on 240 right there, so it's either one. That's the rating you want right there. So I'm going to look for 5,500 watts and 240 volts. Okay, this is the one I got in Home Depot. Okay, as you can see, is slightly different. Right there, it's just slightly shorter. Okay, slightly shorter. Okay, about a couple of inches. I would say probably about 5-6 inches there. Okay, but with this bend, it makes it a lot longer than this one, and more heating element too. But the most important part of this whole thing was this: to make sure that right here, the watts and the volts, matches this. Okay, in there. Okay, and this one is 240 watts at volts at 5,500 watts, and so is this one. Okay, so these are compatible. Okay, so let's go give it a try, and all we got to do is put it on. Okay, here it is. And basically, I already cleaned this whole thing out with a little rag. You don't need to put any Teflon or nothing on the, because it's very small. There's a very small thread in there, very small. And then we put it all in here. Start it off by hand. Okay, you start it off by hand like this. Okay, and then we'll use the tool to tighten it up. Okay. Okay, it's nice and tight in there, because once I finished with that, I put it in. Then I did it with this. And I went in there and really tightened it up real nice and tight. Now, it was a little harder than I thought, but I'm going to show you in a minute exactly what I did to make it nice and easy to put it in there. Okay, and I'm going to show you the problems that I had and how to alleviate that, and it relatively went in very easy. Now all I got to do is put the wires, one in here and the other one in here with the screws right there, and that's all she wrote for that one anyway. And then we got to get to the one at the bottom. Okay, the problem here is that this hole right here is too small for my big fat hands. Okay, so I'm gonna have to need need this right here to go ahead and put it in there. You know, the needle nose plier. Okay, so just to let you know, you might need a small little needle nose pliers like this. Okay, I can't do this with the camera, so I'm turning it off. Okay, now this is the problem that I was saying that I came up with. If you could see this hole right here, and this is the one I'm going to put in the bottom. If you could see this hole right there, it doesn't give me enough leeway right there. So that's a problem. When I put this in there, this is so heavy that it tends to go in like this in the tank. And of course, in order for you to put it in, you have to put it in straight in, so it could hit the threads inside there. Okay, so I kept on trying to put it with my fingers, but it was just too heavy. It kept slipping out of my fingers. So this is how I remedy that. So if I could take this, let me see if I could put it up here. So I don't have nobody to help me with the camera. Okay, now what I did, I used this, and I went and grabbed it like this. You know, you don't have to grab it too heavy like that, and that gave me enough leeway to put it in straight. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Like that, to put it in straight and work it right there, just like that, and work it so I could just get enough of the thread going, so I could do the rest by hand, and then use my tool to tighten it up. And that's how I did it with no problems. It worked real good. Both of them are in. I got both of them in. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water now. I did not replace the anode rod because I couldn't find one. Lowe's and Home Depot have them. You could only order my line, so I'll have to order it, and I'll make another video when it comes in. It'll give me a chance to flush the system again anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and leave everything open to make sure that nothing leaks. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn on the water. Okay, I'm looking at this, nice and dry. I see nothing down there either, and of course nothing coming out of the bottom either. I'll have to straighten out that dent that I have to put in there, but I'm going to make sure everything is good to go. Nothing is dripping. Okay, everything is dry. So the last thing to do is turn on the electricity. Okay, as you can see, everything is on. No flashes. Steady light. That means that it recognizes that the elements are good. Okay, and that's it. And everything is good. You see, and this is what it was telling me before. It was just flashing on and off. It was giving me, I think it was 5 flashes. Yep, and 5 flashes meant check lower element. Okay, so it's good to go. Everything is running good. Now, right here, usually somebody comes out and to do this probably is going to cost you about $150 or $200, somewhere in there. Okay, I paid $35 for the 2 elements. So save me some money. Hopefully it'll save you some money. And if I was to replace the anode rod down there, then or down there, or right there, okay, then it will be another $20. Okay. Hope this is helpful. Yep. The moment of truth. All the way hot. Ooh. Oh yeah. Look at the steam coming out.
You're taking a picture of hot water, really?
Okay, the moment of truth. This is the furthest faucet. You see a couple of bubbles, that's fine, because airlines have to be good. That's all normal. Nothing wrong with that. That was all the rust that was in there. Okay. All the air is coming out. It's pushing all that rust through, as you can see. Just keep it running. It's getting warm. After all the air is out of it and it starts getting clear like it is now, and it's getting hot. It's getting very hot. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh yeah. You see this, I don't know if you could see it here, but you could see the steam coming out of it. I don't know if you could see it good in here, but the water's now nice and clear. And that's it. Job well done.